Definitely grew up in a culture of, if something bad or traumatic happened to you, it was sort of like, well, what did you do to get yourself into that situation?
What did college look like?
I think I was probably a lot of fun.
That's so
I
funny.
did fine grade wise. Like I certainly, but I definitely never took 8 a.m. classes after my first semester because I was not going to be waking up.
But there were no other serious consequences. It just sounds like
There
you
were,
kind of skated through.
there were, but like they were like normalized, right? So like I had a sexual assault. I was date raped in college, but I was date raped, right? Like I went to a party and I drank too much and then he didn't listen to me saying no. So I very much felt like that was normal.
And it was your fault.
And it was my fault. I
Did
broke.
you get in trouble?
No, I never reported it to anyone. I mean, I got pregnant from it too and had an abortion. And when I showed up at Karen and they asked me if I had any trauma, I said no. And they said, have you ever been raped? And I said, yeah, well, I was a date rape, so it's not really
Just
a rape.
once.
I said, that doesn't really count. And they were like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. And I had an abortion and that was like in 19, whatever.
But otherwise, no trauma.
No, I mean.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah. No, right. I mean, and
Jesus.
I also had.
I know, right?
But
I wasn't the same thing.
I wasn't the only. I wasn't the only girl that happened to.
That doesn't make it.
No, not at all. But like, I still feel like that. I still feel like I'm still in process with that it wasn't my fault. I also, when I was a freshman, was dating a guy a year older than I was, who I knew from where I grew up. And when he probably had a substance problem. And when we broke up, like he hit me in the middle of a fraternity party on the dance floor.
Oh my God.
And it was like, well, that was my fault because I shouldn't have gone to the fraternity party. I should have known that he was going to be bothered by me being there. So it was always like, it was my problem. So I think there were things, and were they fueled by alcohol? 100%. But I never had any DUIs. I never had any legal consequences. So therefore, I came up, I grew up, I adore my family, but I definitely grew up in a culture of, if something bad or traumatic happened to you, it was sort of like, well, what did you do to get yourself into that situation?